Well, hello and welcome aboard. This is Wesley Smith with TreeServiceDigital.com, host of the Tree Service Marketing Profits podcast and the Tree Service Marketing Secrets Facebook group. So glad you're joining us today. Super pumped to talk about something that's kind of the elephant in the room that a lot of people are thinking about, I think, as well as people watching the news, consuming too much CNN and too much news about doom and gloom and is the economy going downhill, et cetera. So I wanted to kind of put you at ease and do a webinar, a quick one, on some things you can put in place, some strategies you can put in place for your local market and your tree service company so that you can still continue to keep rolling with your business. Keep getting lead flow, keep going on appointments, giving estimates, keeping your crews busy, and everything else. So let me go ahead and share my screen and my slides with you right quick, and we'll go ahead and dive right in that. That didn't work. Do this. Let me share this. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see my paper here or Word document where I put together a couple of bullets so you can see this. So this is going to be about what to do during a slowdown. And so thanks so much for joining us today. We'll go ahead and get into the content here. But if you're on the YouTube channel and you're seeing this as a replay, go ahead and like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're coming up with more expert interviews. If you're on the podcast listening, subscribe to your favorite podcast player to the Tree Service Marketing Profits podcast. But I wanted to do a quick webinar because people are talking about this left and right. You know, a lot of our clients are doing extremely well still. Some of them are seeing a little bit of a slowdown in their market. So people are starting to, you know, for lack of a better word, some people are wigging out about it and starting to talk about it a lot, maybe putting too much doom and gloom in the air about it. So I wanted to kind of just put this together for you and let you know that tree service still has to get done, right? In your local community, tree service is an essential service. People still have to get tree service work done. Now, they may not take down 10 trees or clear 5 acres of land or something if the economy slows a little bit, but they're still going to be getting tree trimming and pruning done. They're going to be getting emergency storm service done. They're going to get debris hauling and removal done. All those things that you do are still going to be things that people need to get done, right? And so I just wanted to kind of put this quick webinar together for you and just show you kind of some things you can proactively do in your market. Hopefully you can see these slides if you're watching it on the YouTube channel or if you're live here on the webinar today. Again, thanks for showing up today. And hopefully you can see this. If you can, that's great. If not, then I'm just talking to, I guess, a black screen in the background here. But this is what to do during a slowdown or a potential recession in the economy. So number one, let's just go ahead and get this out of the way. Don't crawl into a hole and just bury your head in the sand, right? And don't panic. You don't have to participate in a recession if you don't want to. Now, that's not to say that things won't happen that are beyond your control, because there are some things that will happen. So if the economy slows down a little bit, people are spending a little bit less in the local area, local community, local economy, then there might not be quite as many leads coming into you. It might not be like it was before, where you can live off referrals, word of mouth, and things like that, right? So I just want to let you know, like, don't crawl in a hole and panic. You will get through this. We will get through this. Right? We've seen multiple downturns in business cycle over the last 20, 30, 40 years. I mean, tree service businesses can sustain this. They can flourish in this. And I'm going to show some other good points coming up here. Why the silver lining to an economic recession is actually good for your business, the silver lining side of it, that is. So just wanted to kind of show you that. So let's just get that out of the way. Don't crawl in a hole and panic. Don't just constantly watch negative news all day. Live in your own little world, right? Make sure you're doing whatever it takes to keep your business moving along and moving forward. And I'll show you a few ways to do that. So number one, number two now is maybe your old way of getting referrals and whatever you were doing to get more tree service work coming in, maybe you need to step on the gas pedal a little bit more, because now you're going to maybe need to spend a little bit more on marketing, do a few more things to get the same amount of leads you were before, where you could live off maybe 70, 80% word of mouth, referrals, name of business, you know, and all that. So let's get signs printed for your company, yard signs that is, and start putting them around every job and every street corner around the jobs that you're doing work on. And this is going to go a long way. So we've got some good resources for you guys. Like, you know, I wanted to make sure I've got a place people can just go quickly, easily order signs. You can get 100 signs pre-printed with your phone number, your logo, tree service, you know, Better Business Bureau logo, ISA logo, whatever you want to put on there. It just can't be too busy. It's got to be the main theme. It's got to be tree service. Call now, free estimates. But 100 signs, 100 stakes for like $275 shipped to your location anywhere in the United States. So there is a shipping cost there of probably like 40 to 50 bucks. I think the signs come in a box and the H-wire stakes come in a separate box. So you got two separate boxes that come. So there's shipping on top. But I think you're out the door under $350 for 100 signs. So if you would stick to 100 signs a month and just constantly be putting those out in every single yard you do a job for, maybe you go pick some back up if the homeowner calls you and asks you to pick it up or whatever. But that's still getting your truck out in the neighborhood. It's getting you advertising. It's getting branding done, more impressions. People are seeing you. So let's get signs ordered. Let's start getting on the signs, right? Because signs produce a lot of calls. And some people do the signs and some people don't. If you're not doing signs, I'm telling you, it could be the difference between 10, 20, and 30 calls a month putting signs out, which would keep a crew busy if you got that many calls coming in from the signs. So get signs, get them printed, make an easy process. We've got a link that you can click on, order these. They're pre-templated where you can just swap out your logo, swap out your phone number, and get those puppies ordered and get them shipped. And that way, you can get on the road with that and don't worry about waiting around. So our favorite resource is dirtcheapsigns.com. And we've actually got a template that we've created for tree service companies who can go create their own sign. So I'll share that with you a little bit later. But put signs out around every job. I'm telling you, that proactive process alone will help you generate more lead flow and get more awareness and branding for your company. Number 3 is just hustle more, right? You may have to hustle a little bit more in a slower economy, sluggish economy than you did before. You can't just live off word of mouth. You can't be so picky and choosy on every single job. Like you may say now when it's busy or previous years, we're only going to do tree removals of $3,000 and up. That's it. We go out, we give lots of quotes because we got lots of leads. We're on the higher end of the pricing range, and we're only going to stick to these large tree removal jobs. That's it. Maybe now you need to consider doing some of the smaller jobs, the tree trimming and pruning. Maybe get a crew just for that so you can do those, hitting some singles and hitting some doubles instead of always trying to get home runs. That's going to keep you steady busy, steady moving forward. Look for government contracts, look for local municipal contracts or commercial work too. That's repeat business. So hustle more. During a slower economy, you can't wait for everything to come to you again. So let's don't bury our head in the sand and just put it down in there and hope that it's going to just go away. Let me wake me up when it's over. Let's don't do that. We got to proactively get out there, hustle more, and you can't rely on just referrals alone anymore. You got to do more marketing, put more signs out, and make sure you're hustling, maybe putting flyers out, things like that. Number 4 is keep marketing because competitors in your local area will be pulling back. So that's one of the key elements that a business needs to understand is during a slow economy, there's a lot of people that have been in business for a long time and they understand it's just a business cycle. Everything's going to be okay. You've just got to change a few things, alter a few things during this slow time, maybe 6 months, a year, whatever it ends up being. Just got to alter a few things, right? But you're going to get through it and you're going to come out the other side stronger because other companies are going to pull back that have less business experience and haven't been through this before. And people that have just started their companies, perhaps, people that are overextended out there, those people are going to have to just, basically dissolve their business in some cases. And those are going to be top talent resources that you can get for your business during this slow time. That's part of the silver lining I was talking about in the earlier bullet point there. It's like you're going to be able to find top talent. So, and I'll get to that in just a minute, but keep marketing and you're going to shine like the sun in your local market if you keep marketing while everybody else is pulling back. That's going to allow you to brand your business and gain more market share when everybody else is pulling back, right? So you need to keep on marketing. Do not stop the marketing. That's key because during a slow time, if there's less competitors marketing, you're going to scoop up those leads, right? Number 5 is now maybe is a good time to network with landscapers and lawn care providers who don't do tree trimming, tree pruning, tree removal, land clearing, bobcat work, all that stuff, right? So some of those guys refer that out, may as well be you. And that's a good referral, symmetrical referral thing right there. Reciprocal referral is what I was looking for. So you can send them landscaping jobs, lawn care jobs on customers that you're doing work for, and vice versa. They can send you, they don't do tree trimming and pruning. They don't have the equipment. They don't get up in the trees and things like that. They can send you business. So it's a good time now to start maybe trying to get those relationships going, maybe going to different landscape job sites, handing out your tree service job. Maybe if you're in the area and you see something like that going on, just hand them your card. Hey, if you guys need any help with tree service work, let us know. We'll treat your customers like family, like we do with our customers, that type of thing. So number 6 is part of that silver lining part here in a downturn. It would be, you're going to be able to pick and choose and hire top talent in your area. So remember when you're posting jobs before and you're not getting a whole lot of candidates coming through, now you will, and you'll be able to sift and sort through great talent because a lot of people are going to be not working for other companies and other people's companies that just had recently gotten started, perhaps that don't have the network, don't have the clientele, don't have the repeat business, are going to have to dissolve their business and go look for something else to do if it gets that slow. I don't anticipate it getting that slow, but if it did, a lot of those people you're going to be able to pick up and scoop up and have them on your team now, right? This is going to be great for hiring because there's going to be more people out there that need the work. And if you're still continually pushing your marketing out there because you're not scared, it's a slowdown, but you're not participating, you're pushing your marketing message out there. You've got a good brand. You've got a good looking tree service company. Your trucks look sharp. You guys wear shirts. You got sort of like a uniform approach. You're professional. Other tree service workers want to work for companies like that. So when they dissolve their business or, leave another company, they're going to come and they're going to be looking for other professional companies to work for. So it's a great time to hire top talent in a slowdown. Number 7, do direct mail to blanket your area and brand your company, right? So you may need to proactively send messaging out to the local community now in order to get the same amount of lead flow you were before. So again, instead of relying and sitting back in the armchair and waiting on referrals to come in and picking and choosing what jobs you want to do, you're going to have to, not be quite as selective, and you have to do most of the work that comes through, right? And that's good. It's still going to keep everybody busy. You just won't be able to pick and choose because there's a little bit less to go around, but that's fine. So if you do direct mail, you're actually pushing your marketing message out into the community instead of just waiting on people to do searches online or find you on Facebook or whatever. They're going to actually get something in their mailbox, which they visit every single day, and they pull that little lever down and they look in there. And they're going to get a postcard or a flyer from your tree company. Hey, we're going to be in the area. If you need a free estimate, we'd love to come out and give you a free estimate while we're going to be there anyway. It's a great time to take advantage of some savings while we're in the area. That type of message with a postcard, with a call to action, that's a great postcard to send out in the communities and the areas that you want to target. So get that going, blanket your area, push your message out there. You're going to get the calls, you go get the estimates, and you're going to sign your fair share amount of the work, right? So you just got to sometimes go out and proactively do marketing instead of waiting on things to come to you in a slower economy. So the signs are going to help with that. Networking with landscapers are going to help with that. Keep marketing because you're going to find top talent. That's going to help with that. And do direct mail, which is more of a push out message to the local community when times get a little bit slower. Number 8, last but not least, make sure your tree service can be found online when people type tree service near me or tree service your city, tree removal your city. You want to be able to be found because those are more high intent buyers. So during a slowdown, if there's less leads to go around, well, you still want to be up the top of the search engines right there, because when people do searches, they're still going to call some tree companies. You may as well be on top and be the one they call, right? So keeping all of this stuff going is very important to get through a slowdown. You don't have to participate in a slowdown and just bury your head, park the trucks, winterize them, and then just sit back in the armchair until it goes away. You can't do that, right? You're going to have to still work. Keep your guys busy, keep pulling in revenue for your company. And the way to do that is to hustle more, push your marketing message out into the community, put signs out like gangbusters, and make sure you can still be found on the internet when people do searches for tree service or tree removal or whatever. So a lot of this stuff is what we do for our clients every day for search marketing, online marketing, and also direct mail marketing. We've put a resource together for the signs because everybody, a lot of people like signs. So we wanted to have an easy place for people to be able to just pull the trigger on 100 signs and order them and have them delivered. And this company will send them out anywhere in the United States. You get them within, I think, 2 weeks. So after you place the order. So, they're going to print them and then they're going to put them in the boxes and then they're going to send them out to you. And then you're going to have them, right? And you may want to order 100 a month. And if you're putting those things out consistently, you're doing direct mail consistently, your online marketing is working where people are still finding you, you're going to be just fine. People still have to get tree service work done. And another important factor too, when the economy slows down, not everybody is pulling back from spending, right? There's a percentage of the population that, yeah, they may not be doing so well. Maybe they lost their jobs. Maybe they're pulling back spending, consumer spending, things like that. There's also a whole nother humongous segment percentage of the population, over 50%, who are still doing just fine during the recession and still have good income and still have money and still wealthy, whatever else, that are going to still get tree service work done. So it's not going to just vanish overnight and there's not going to be anything out there at all. That's not going to happen. So don't worry about those types of things. Be proactive with your marketing. Do these things on the bulleted list here during any kind of slowdown, and you're going to be just fine in your business. And I just wanted to put this webinar together today because, a lot of people are talking about this, and you don't necessarily have to participate in a slowdown. You can still go out and hustle in your business. So only the strong survive. You've probably heard that said before. And in this case, it's not about being strong. It's just about being a diligent business owner. Just get out there, get the marketing, shake the trees, put the signs out, do the direct mail. You can always put together your own every door direct mail package with your local post office. You can print the flyers in a large quantity, maybe at a UPS store or a print house. Get those puppies out to mailboxes via every door direct mail and all the zip codes around you that you want to cover, right? Like we do this for our clients too. And it's awesome. If you're doing direct mail, you're putting signs out, you can be found all over the internet when people do searches, you're going to be just fine. You're going to get plenty of lead flow, and you're going to flourish through any kind of slowdown. So don't crawl in a hole and panic. That was the number one message. Again, guys, thanks so much for joining. If you're on our YouTube channel, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It really helps our channel out, put out this kind of content, things like that. It helps us be found a little bit more often. If you're on the podcast, we appreciate you listening. Go ahead and subscribe to your favorite podcast player. We're on all the major ones: Apple, Amazon, Spotify, Pandora, all those. And again, if you have any questions, let us know. Reach out to us at treeservicedigital.com. So glad you joined us today. I don't see any questions here in the chat. If you do, pop them in there. Happy to go over them real quick, but I don't see any yet. And again, you guys have a great rest of the week, a great Friday, and keep your head up. The economy is going to be fine. Your business is going to be just fine. Just quit watching the news and you're going to be okay. All right. Signing off. We'll talk to you guys later, and you guys have a great rest of the day.